There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Duke Blue Devils offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run.
And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll give it to the back. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Good timing on the quick out. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He's loose on the right. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rice. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Made the grab and then did the the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gantt. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking for room. It's Gantt.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Finds a man on the right. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way.
as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Durham.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Rice. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Here's a heat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Gant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Bought a little time, lets it go. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a
touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point is true. Lead balloons to 21.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Rice. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Right back to the well. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time on target. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Scrambling away. Punts it out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a 1st down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's caught. It's Owen. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it?
From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Trucks through the defender, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Split backs here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, you know.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Dumps it off in the flats. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Fires to the tight end. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. First down and 10. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owen. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's done. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next one.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by a field goal over ULM. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the first down marker and still running. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback adapting. Breaks into the open. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Just plowing ahead. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll move the tight end. Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Quick release by the QB. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Blue Devils have this offense rolling. Makes the catch. It's Whitaker. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Blue Devils come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak in and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the Tar Heels in the hurry up. Off the play fake on first down. Buys a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Tar Heels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Sends it downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it's sort of